My name is Athena, and in this video I'm bringing you part 4 of my September wrap-up. We'll get into part 4, which has a mixture of different kinds of books. So let's just get into it. The first book on the list is My Brother's Husband, Volume 1 by Gengoroh Tagame. This is a manga, and I also read Volume 2. So that is My Brother's Husband, Volume 2 by Gengoroh Tagame. I really love this, so I'm just gonna put book 2 down for a minute. So this duology is about, try to remember his name, Yachi. He is a dad of this girl, Kana, but he and his wife, the mother of the Kana, they split up. So she's spending most of her time with him, living at at that house and stuff. Anyway, so one day their lives suddenly change when this guy shows up, and his name is Mike Flanagan, and he is Canadian. The other two are Japanese. The story takes place in Japan, and he says, Mike, that he is the widower of Yachi's brother, who sadly passed away a while ago and who was gay. Mike wants to see Japan and see Ryoji, that's the brother's name, see what the family is like, and the book is also, the two books, they're also about like that being gay or part of the LGBTQ spectrum is still kind of taboo in Japan. So yeah, it is, Mike ends up staying with the two of them for a while, and it is about also like them bonding, and yeah, I really like this. But anyway, so it was just nice. Yeah, I really liked it. I can't, yeah. I thought it was really, I loved it, yeah. The next book is Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me by Mariko, Tamaki and Rosemary Valero-O'Connell, and this was recommended to me by Sasha from Well Read and Half Dead. I specifically remember that I bought it because of her review on it. This book contains a female-female relationship, and Sasha likes to read a lot of those books. This is a graphic novel. Here is the synopsis, although it is quite long to read there. It's about a girl named Freddie, and she is in a relationship with Laura Dean, but Laura Dean keeps breaking up with her, as you see by the title. Then they get back together again, and well, stuff happens. As you can see, the color palette isn't like black, white, grey, and then this kind of pink, peach salmon kind of. And I enjoyed this book. I wish we'd learned a little bit more about the character of Laura Dean. But yeah, I liked it, and there was also a nice side story. But I don't want to spoil it. But that I thought was really well handled, and had a good message, if that makes sense. This is young adult, and I liked it. So Sasha, thank you for your recommendation. The next book I read is Snapdragon by Leyh, and this is another graphic novel, very colorful art. So we have Snap, and it is said that in the town there is a witch. That's kind of a rumor. So it has got some magical elements to it, if that makes sense. This has a trans representation, or a trans characters in it, and yeah, I know some people could see that as a spoiler, but either way, I really liked it, and there's not like lots of graphic novels with that, so I think that's excellent. I liked it, at least. Yeah. I don't want to spoil by giving you much more details about what happens in the plot and stuff. But basically Snap needs a favor from the witch, and that's how they kind of get to know each other. Yeah. Then I read Melt My Heart by Bethany Rutter. This is a young adult contemporary fiction novel, and it is text-based. I'm just saying that because we've been discussing a lot of like graphic novels and manga and stuff. And I picked this up after watching Jimi's review from Jimi Can Read. Although Charlotte from Books and Bargains read this book as well, I believe, and really liked it. But it was Jimi's review that specifically that convinced me to pick it up. I was pretty gonna pick it up anyway, since I loved the author's debut book as well, which is called No Big Deal. Here's a synopsis. This book is about Leyh and her summer, and Leyh is fat, and she has a twin sister called Daisy, and her twin sister Daisy is thin, she is fat, and so she feels like kind of the less attractive twin. Now she is okay with her body, but the world isn't. She has a best friend named Cassie, and there is this boy that she meets and that she likes, but her twin sister likes the boy as well. Well, I'm not really doing this book justice by this description, to be honest. I really liked this a lot. So many good elements. There were some queer elements in it as well. Something in this book did remind me of, and I feel like I've mentioned this before already somewhere, but I don't think I discussed this book anywhere, is that a certain thing in here also happened to somebody I know, and now it's all in the past, but I don't want to spoil this book, and I also don't want to say anything about this person's, what it is, because that's, it's not up to me to, yeah. So that, like, let me put it this way, in the book, I don't know how to say this without spoiling, but let's just say that the real life situation of the person that I know, and this happened in their past, but let me just put it this way, that the real life situation was difficult for that person. Let me just leave it at that, so that I'm not spoiling the book either. I really liked the book. So, yeah, a nice summary read. I really like the main character as well. She has a job working at this ice cream van, I'm not sure what you called exactly, with her best friend Cassie. And so I really liked reading about them having fun and scooping ice creams to the customers, some of which are like side characters. So yeah. And there's also some stuff about family in here. The main character is going to university after the summer, so she's also thinking about that and leaving her hometown and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, I really like this. And then we get to the last book of this part 4, I think, video, and that is Going Off Script by Jen Wilde. I have read the first 2 books by Jen Wilde. I absolutely love Queens of Geek. And then her second book was called The Bright Sides, which was also really good. Queens of Geek remains my favorite. I have a personal connection to that book, but we're not discussing that book now. So I finally read Going Off Script. I've had it for a little while, but I just hadn't felt in the mood for it or something. So this is about a girl. Well, here's synopsis, and then here's synopsis on the back. This is about a girl named Bex, and she gets to be an intern at her favorite TV show, which is called Silver Falls, and she gets to be an intern there. Later in life, she would like to be a scriptwriter for TV, and she ends up writing her own script for an episode, but then the boss there, let's put it that way, he steals her script and passes it off as his own, but he changes some things. Let me put it that way, not to spoil it too much, because I know it says it in here, but it doesn't happen until a bit later in the book, so I don't want to personally want to give that away. This book has queer elements as well. There are several queer characters in this, as were in the other two books, and I really like that. Here's a picture of the other two books, by the way. And yeah, I found this an enjoyable read. I liked reading how the things went with how it worked with the TV show, and so every now and then there's like a bit when they film and stuff, and yeah, I really like this book, and I think I read it in one day. So yeah, I mean, it is not, I don't have a personal connection to it as with Queens of Geek, but I found this enjoyable read. I really like the characters. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching part 4, and I hope to see you soon for part 5. Leave a comment if you like. Bye!